Howdy everyone, it's me once again, the one and only Killer Dan. So, alright, for this video I will be reviewing yet another Western film. Yes, it's obscured, it's low budget, it's something that hardly anyone would talk about, if at all. And yes, of course, a blast from the past, which I would have done anyway, regardless of genre, so here you are, I guess. Anywho, the title of the film I'll be reviewing is Wild Horse. Oh yeah, another wild adventure kind of a thing, I guess. Because might as well, I guess. Might as well. Anywho, as usual, I do have to talk about the plot. So let's just get into it, shall we? So here we go. The character named Ben Hall offers quite a lot of money for a very wild devil horse, which Jim and another character do capture while Jim's away. Let's just say that, yeah, his friend does get killed. So, yeah, something is going on. Something seems to be amiss here. And this individual, the killer, does take the horse. So, of course, this happens. Oh boy. Alright, throwing some drama, I guess. A bit of it, I suppose. The sheriff then arrests Jim for the murder, even though he didn't do anything. He didn't do nothing at all. So yes, this is one of those kinds of movies that be talking about yes getting framed for something to do. Yeah, this seems to be like a common theme in these movies. Anywho, unknown to them, there is this outlaw who witnessed the killing, so I just adds to the tension, so to speak. All right, and of course it will. Oh, definitely. So this is definitely one of these types of movies where the hero is in trouble when it comes to law, but it's not necessarily because of what the main character had done. Not necessarily. It's just that the individual is into trouble because someone set him up. So yes, one of those types of stories where the main character has to pretty much take care of business because this individual is in trouble. Oh boy. But anyway, altogether, this character is in trouble and he has to do a thing. He has to do a thing and get himself out of trouble and just fix the situation in some kind of fashion. It's not gonna be easy. No, it's never easy. Of course not. It's not gonna be easy. Obviously, I guess that has been something has to be dealt with. So all right then, that's pretty much the idea here. What the uh, story is centered around, of course. But yeah, altogether, this is definitely something you can say that it's crazy in a way. The character Jim has to pretty much escape from the sheriff and has to prove that he's innocent. He has to find the actual killer. So there's that, of course. All of this does move at a decent pacing, I guess. I mean, okay, it may not be the fastest type of movie in the world, but still, though, it didn't bore me, so that counts for something. That definitely counts for something, definitely. Anyway, of course, it's going to have some horseback riding, shooting, all that jazz. When it comes to the acting isn't too shabby what they were trying to aim for. The acting is decent enough that I would consider that it does seem serviceable for the overall story. I can tell the actors and actresses are really attempting to give their efforts for this kind of a movie, for what they're attempting to do here, and that's a good thing. And just because it's low budget doesn't necessarily mean the acting itself has to be bad. Not necessarily, of course not. I mean, yes, I've seen some slog over the years, quite clearly, but not in this case. And the acting here, it was actually well preserved, well performed enough that these people and these actors and actresses are attempting to give their character a sense of character in their own way, I reckon. So that counts for something, I suppose. I can appreciate that. Oh, definitely. All right. As for the editing goes, the editing is also serviceable. I didn't think the editing here isn't too bad. The way it was edited altogether, it's definitely is good enough. I reckon it's definitely is good enough that can give it actually a passing throughout the entire thing because I can tell there was some actual effort in editing. I didn't feel like the editing didn't jump around. I didn't think that it was sloppily done. It wasn't amateur enough really for it to bother me that much really at the end of the day. So the editing was actually, it felt like seemed like it was done by someone who actually took their job serious enough to actually do a solid job. But that's definitely a good thing here, folks. The editing here isn't too bad for what they were trying to aim for at the end of the day. Of course, I can say that because they knew what they were doing. They were trying to have at least some effort in that regard on a technical level. Even though, despite the fact they didn't really have the maybe not the best equipment to make this movie, in the sense that the production is really low. The production value is really low though, but it's fine. I actually didn't mind that really because it just shows you that they didn't have a whole lot to work with. They just had to be creative, I suppose, when it comes to the production of this film. I reckon. But anyway, that aside, I can definitely find some entertainment in this, folks. And the entertainment here isn't too shabby for what they were trying to aim for in the grand scheme of things. Because okay, I wouldn't think that the acting would really win any awards by any means. I'm not trying to say that. Okay, so yes, there are moments where some of the acting does fall flat in some places of a story. Sure, I would say that, of course. So it's not that I'm trying to blow this out of proportion like this the single greatest thing when it comes to acting, because that's not certainly not the case. It's a little weak here and there, but I would definitely make that argument there, of course. That's for sure. I would definitely say that quite clearly. I'm just throwing it out there, folks, so that nobody would get the wrong idea here when it comes to acting, really. But nevertheless, it's not that it doesn't really ruin the movie for me. But I can tell there's some kind of decent effort to the entire thing. So that's solid enough as far as I'm concerned. It's not enough to ruin the movie for me, as far as, at least as far as I'm concerned. So just letting you know, oh definitely. But anyway, enough about that. So for the overall film, it just definitely says that there's some pretty nice camera shots throughout the entire thing. Some of the camera shots are actually quite good, really, especially when it comes to the early 1930s or mid 1930s and whatnot. It can be pretty difficult to capture some scenes like this because have some scenes with the horses or anything else can be difficult. That's one thing I definitely say. Again, yes, I'm going on the technical effort on this. I know the capturing some scenes, riding the horses and whatnot can be pretty troublesome because a lot of these kinds of scenes can be too bulky for their own good. So it can look really bad in some cases. I guess you can say when it comes to that. Sure, that can be a potential problem when it comes to making these types of movies. Yes, the horror scenes can be really difficult, unfortunately, to capture and film on these good enough shots, that is. And that's the thing, though. Anyway, just throwing that out there, quite obviously, folks. Just throwing it out there. Anywho, I would definitely recommend this for those diehard fans of the genre. If you're someone that really enjoys this kind of a thing, that is. Anywho, I'll give this an overall rating of a 6.8 out of 10. It gets a 6.8 out of 10 for me. A pretty solid movie overall. As always, thanks for watching and take care. See ya. Oh yeah.